Okay, so I was in the middle of rendering this video and actually working on it when I completely, by surprise, forgot to mention to you guys the deal of the day from Rogue Energy. Now, if all of you haven't been playing Cyberpunk 2077 and you're looking for a little boost in energy for gaming and also everyday life, well, Rogue Energy's actually got a very, very good deal that I personally recommend. It is their sampler pack, where you get 5 packets and 2 24-ounce shakers inspired by Cyberpunk 2077. Now that to me sounds like a really good deal, and I highly recommend it. Check out Rogue Energy, link in the description, and save yourself an extra 10% off on the way out if you choose to buy by using the promo code TECHNOID. Once again, check out Rogue Energy, link in the description, and use promo code TECHNOID, save yourself 10% off, and enjoy possibly your next favorite best healthy alternative energy drink. Now that out of the way, let's start the video.
Coming up on today's episode of TECHNOID, a newer render of the Samsung Galaxy Bud Pro wireless charger, and also the case and earbuds. Everything has been revealed from voice. I will take a look at the renders and explain some few details you should pay attention to, and kind of explain why this might be a significant upgrade for Samsung. Also on today's episode, it looks like we are going to be getting a brand new OS breakthrough with Google and Qualcomm with a promise up to 4 years of Android OS support. More details on that. And lastly, Apple has adjusted their trade-in program, and if you guys are thinking of getting a Mac, you're probably going to want to hear this. All of that on today's episode, so stay tuned. Yo, what's happening everybody? Michael here, welcome back to TECHNOID. Now before we start the episode, you're probably saying, what is going on with your ears? Why are your AirPod Pros in while you're filming? Are you talking through them? No. I am doing this actually for a review, and I will say what it is. I am reviewing the Comply Memory Foam Ear Tips 2.0. I recently got them a month ago. No, they did not send them to me. I actually bought them because I was looking to replace silicones. But a lot of people haven't really been making videos about them, so I said, you know what, let me make my own, and I'm just putting them in for a test, so I guess I can use this episode as a reference. We'll see how long I can last if I can do the full episode. I will tell you the truth, guys, I've actually been using these for 4 hours, so they've been on pretty good. But I will use this throughout the episode. But welcome back everyone, hope you all are well. Now again, like I said, this will be for a review, but for another time. Quick disclaimers out of the way. If you are new here, you enjoyed the content, please consider hitting that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you do not miss when I upload. Also follow me on Twitter at TECHNOID12, where you can find Twitter exclusive videos and you can get exclusive content only available on Twitter, but you must follow me on TECHNOID12. That is the username. So follow me on Twitter, and as always, I hope you all stay safe. All that out of the way, let's get it going. Now just real quick heads up, I don't have my iPad with me as it died, so I'm actually using my iPhone, and thankfully iCloud still works so I can pull up the articles. So story number 1, the main story, the Samsung Galaxy Bud Pro. Now as you know, I've been talking about the Samsung Galaxy Bud Pros for a while now. I've talked about the renders, I've talked about the earbuds, I've talked about them in great detail since way back from their original project name and to now. And as we're getting closer to the January 14th deadline, more rendered images have come out with a 360-degree view of the Galaxy Bud Pros provided by Voice. Now we take a look at it. I want to kind of slow it down and break down what we can see from the charging case and also what we see. Now obviously we do see that it is going to be reminiscent of the regular Galaxy Buds, but if you notice, there's a little bit of a difference this time around. First of all, I don't know if this is true. I don't want to say this is true, but it doesn't look like we're going to be having ear tips, because if you look at the charging case and the way it comes in and out, you'll notice there's no room for ear tips. Now, just like the Galaxy Bud Lives, they didn't have ear tips. Instead, they had like ear hooks, you know, bigger and small. So I'm going to assume that Samsung is going to have a range of ear tips that will help to customize and make them. But I'm a little bit questionable, as you know, the ear tips for me were always the best thing about the Galaxy Buds, and I'm a little bit skeptical there. But if we take a look at the design themselves, the earbuds are a little reminiscent of the Sennheiser Momentum 2s. The design kind of looks a little familiar there, so we can see there's a little bit more tech going into there. We also see there's some vents on the front of the bud and in the back of the bud. What this will probably do is reduce the cabin pressure and make the sound feel whole instead of hollow. And I think that also helps with good circulation, so you don't develop the cabin pressure, as I said, and also you don't feel ear pressure as well. Take a look at the stem. It does look a little bit thicker, but a little narrower from the Buds Plus, but not by much. It actually kind of looks like one whole piece. We could see that there are more magnetic joints, so that way it'll stay sturdy in the case, so it doesn't come loose, because for some reason the Galaxy Buds, they just never really had a sturdy charging case, with the exception of the Buds Plus. And lastly, the charging case itself. When you take a look at the charging case, yeah, it's the Galaxy Bud Live charging case. Now, does this mean that the buds are going to be smaller? It's a possibility, but we will have to wait and see. But there's one thing I will definitely tell you, taking a look at the 360 and also the images, I am actually very, very soaked for these earbuds. They look absolutely tremendous. And most of all, by taking a look closer, even though these are 360 renders, I gotta say, I'm on board with what Samsung is going to do with these earbuds. I've been a huge fan of the Buds Pro, the Buds Plus, the Buds Live. Well, the Buds Pro didn't even come out yet. But I've been a fan of the Galaxy Buds series as a whole. I have been using them since day one, and I truly love what Samsung brings to the table. So if Samsung can up the Plus with the Pros, then I think we have a solid earbud. But I will say this, I'm a little bit skeptical that there is no ear hook design in the case. It doesn't seem like there will be ear hooks, but again, I could be wrong. Possibly Samsung will figure out a way to get ear hooks in there, but if there isn't, I'm a little bit skeptical as how well they're gonna stay in your ear. But if the Galaxy Buds could fit just as well, I think these will do the job. So that's it for the Galaxy Bud Pros. Let me know your thoughts down below. Now let's move over to story number 2. Story number 2, keeping up with Google and Qualcomm. It seems that Google and Qualcomm are working together to produce faster Android updates, starting with the Snapdragon 888. Now, taking a look at the article, it says here that they are working to expand Project Treble. Basically, it's their multi-year project that aims to simplify OS updates and make it easier for manufacturers to upgrade phones and tablets to the newest Android version without worrying about having to be up to date on the latest Qualcomm chip. Now, according to the project, it seems that it will get a big step up as they will be securing a 4-year Android OS upgrade system built into the chip, that the chip will be able to support 4 Android OSs and then a 5th additional year of security patches. That is actually a very, very good step forward for Android updates, because for a while there have been a lot of people and a lot of customizations and a lot of people saying that, you know, putting a body on Android makes it longer. The carriers do this, the carriers do that, and it feels so combusted. But Google is trying to simplify that and make it easier. And one of the companies that have had a big impact is Samsung, as they have been able to roll out their updates either before or literally the day after the 1st of the month. Now, of course, it can vary in different countries and different areas, but here in the United States, it's been pretty solid, even on carrier versions as well. So Samsung has made an improvement, a step to improve the OS updates. And if Google and Qualcomm work hand in hand, especially with the Pixel devices, that is going to be the iPhone of Androids. Because you could get 5 years support. That is actually about as great as I think you can get. Because Apple, I think you can go up to maybe 6 years, maybe 7 if you want to push it. But 5 years is a long time. I doubt people are going to even be using their phone past 5 years. So I'm really happy that this is a step in the right direction, that Google is taking an initiative to help solve the Android OS problems, but we still have to get down to the nitty-gritty of these carrier updates. We got to get rid of that because the carriers are ruining the OS updates as well with their whole crap and restrictions. So that's another time for another day. But in terms of the OS, I am really happy with Google doing this, and props to Qualcomm as well. And last story, let's talk about those Apple trade-ins. Now, as you know, Apple has a relatively fair trade-in program where they give you pretty decent quality, and honestly, they give you a decent value for your used products. Well, it looks like there is a plus and negative, as the watch and iPad trade-ins have gone up in value, but the Macs have gone down. I wonder why. Well, if we take a look at the trade-ins, Apple has increased the iPad lineup. For starters, the iPad Pro has been increased by $25 to now $525. The iPad Air and entry-level iPad have gained an additional $40 of extra, bringing it up to $250 and $240 respectively. And the iPad mini also sees an increase from $175 to $205, which I think is a very good trade-in for a mini tablet as well. Taking a look at the Apple Watch, the Series 3 and Series 4 have a $10 increase and have gone up from $95 and $150 total, while the Series 1, which kind of baffles me that people are still using Series 1, went up only by $5. So, but also on the other hand, the Macs have actually had a cut in their trade-in values. Oh boy, that might actually affect me. Because taking a look at the MacBook Pros, they have gone down from $1,760 to $1,530. And also taking a look at the MacBook Air, they too have gone down $100 and have gone down to $630. And the MacBook itself has gone down from $380 and basically used to be $450. That's insane. I wonder why this is. With regards to desktops, the iMac Pro saw the significant cut of $540. The iMac went down by a few $100s, and the Mac Mini went down by $100. And the Mac Pro, I don't think anybody ever cares about the Mac Pro, the older one, not the new one. So you're probably wondering, why did Apple cut the Macs? Well, I think it's very simple. The Intel CPU situation, they're trying to phase that out. So I would think that they would want to up the value on the Macs, but if that's the case, that they're lowering value for Intel models versus their own models, I think that's where the distinction is. They want to give more for their models versus the other ones, but also I think at this point, honestly, and I'm going to be really honest with you, I think that's really the reason why. Because Intel versus their savings, they can get their own CPU, their own modems and stuff, versus what Intel CPU models are worth. So I think at the end of the day, this is just Apple being Apple. They want to push their stuff and they want to give the best for their stuff. Am I mad at that? Absolutely not. But am I shocked? No. So that's Apple for you. And that's for today's episode of Technoid. Now guys, I really hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, hit the like button. If you disliked the video, hit that dislike button. That helps circulate my views as well. As always, everyone, thank you so much for watching. Take care, everybody. I will see you all Monday, maybe this weekend. Who knows if I feel up to it. Thank you all for watching, and peace!